Doing the golf cart interview here with Sticky Fields, legendary grower from Mendocino, multi-generation, right?
Multi-generation.
Yeah, your mom grows?
Yeah, family, aunts and uncles, grandma. Yeah, grandma's gone, but she did.
In Mendocino?
In Mendocino, Willits. Yeah.
Yeah. Who taught you how to grow?
My whole family, man. Shit, everybody in my family, and High Times magazine as well. I'm not gonna say that didn't help me. That was big influence.
Shout out to High Times magazine. So, fast forward because you've been growing all your life, right? And this is a culture event we're at here right now, the Ego Clash. How many years have you been going to the Ego Clash?
This is my second year, actually. Last year I came as a guest. I came and hung out and got to smoke some herb, and it's really an amazing thing, man. I was super stoked to be here last time.
Right, we had so much fun. So, are you a competitor this year?
I threw some herb in. Yeah, why not, man? If I can, and I'm gonna try. Represent my hood, rep my hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And we are famous for sun-grown here in this belt, northern Mendocino, Sonoma to northern Mendocino, southern Humboldt. Most famous. That's where you grow around, right?
Yes, I'm Willits, Mendocino County.
Are you growing? And you're famous for huge trees. Are you growing all organic there?
Yes, it's all organic method. No spray, no pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides, and pretty much no inputs. One compost tea and very few dry amendments in the beginning of the year.
How tall was your tallest plant this year?
I only had some 10-footers this year, nothing too big.
What about yield per plant?
I don't really talk about yield too much when it comes down to that. I'm kind of old school when it comes down to things, but my plants are big. When I say I had a knee-high plant, give me 2.5 pounds,
That makes sense. Yeah, about 2.5. Yeah.
Just a knee high.
Yeah, makes sense. And every year, sometimes years go by and we don't get super excited about new terps. But is there anything exciting this year that might have sort of distinct that you have come across or that you grew that you're excited about?
Well, everything I'm growing this year is from seed, so I'm trying to change up my market and keep my market somewhat different than everybody else. So I have the Pheno Hunt coming out in bags. I got 5 different flavors with all the different plants, which is a pheno, all the F1 seeds that I'm running, sun grown from seed in a bag. So you'll get one plant, and then it'll be gone once that's gone, and then you'll have another plant come out on the market. And it'll be the same genetic, but it'll be a different phenotype of that genetic, which is just a slight variation maybe in scent, smell, taste, high, but somewhat of the same. Similarities, like same family. It gives a consumer a little bit of something different to smoke on, something that's here today and gone forever. And next year will be more evolved genetics that come from things that we make from these genetics. And so every year having something new come across, instead of this method of just running clone and running the same thing and getting the same thing for years and years, I have that as well, and we breed with those. But I like smoking that new from seed, something that's never been. I entered something today that's a volunteer that just came up, and it was that knee-high plant that gave me 2.5 pounds. It trimmed up so easy and was some good dank. It was clean smoke, and I'm like, I'm just gonna enter this because this is some good weed to enter, and this is something I kept a cut of, and would like to see somebody in the future grow.
Amazing. That sounds so exciting. That makes me think about a question I used to ask people that I haven't in a while. But I feel like I sense there's like a spiritual connection you have with the plant too. And I feel like my experience with growing, sometimes it just grows itself. I think we give too much credit to people growing it and not enough credit to the plant itself and the energy that she expresses. I feel like maybe you have that similar relationship like most of us do. And so maybe in one sentence or two, how would you describe your relationship with the cannabis plant?
Well, when you were saying that, I'm sorry to just cut that off. I rely on my volunteers every year.
Yeah.
And I love it just naturally comes to me by God, is how I put it. It's in my garden, it's given to me by God, it comes up, I get to pick ones out and get rid of the males or use a male. I used a male last year, and it did so well. It did so well with everything I have. And the volunteer that I have that I put in, it's bomb, dude. It's something, fire. It's something that I want. And that's the connection. The plant actually feeds me, And I don't really have to do much. It will grow in my yard. You know, if I make seeds every year, I'll have weed next year and the year after and the year after
Right,
that.
right.
It's a companion, super companion.
Heck yeah.
More than one sentence.
All right, well, I guess we better get back to the competition and everything else. Plus, we're in somebody's golf cart. I think they need it. Thank you so much, bro. Are you ready for this competition?
Hell yeah, man. We're going to smoke. Let's go.
We're going to smoke. Let's go smoke.
Come on, let's continue.